Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for January 16th. We're looking at the U.S. Japanese yen pair. This pair opened, gapped up, closed the gap fairly quick, moving sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 77.32, possibly as low as 76.44. Look for some resistance around 77.05 and look for some support around 76.65. Now the Euro-USD pair, this pair closed higher. It filled the gap, but just by a couple of pips. We are looking for it to overall be heading to the downside. Can possibly go as high as 127.60, possibly as low as 125.35. Look for some resistance around 127.40, and look for some support around 126.15. Now the pound-US dollar pair, this pair retraced its gap as well, closed higher. We are looking for it overall to be moving sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 154.16, possibly as low as 51.96. Look for some resistance around 153.95, and look for some support around 152.25. Now the US Swiss, this pair closed down. Didn't quite retrace, came within a couple of pips. Looking for it to retrace during this next session. Look for it to potentially go as high as 0.9634, possibly as low as 0.9466. Look for some resistance around 0.9575, and look for some support around 0.9475. Okay, now as far as news announcements go, we have a news announcement. The Chinese have pushed back their gross domestic product till 2 a.m. Eastern. Consensus on that is that it's held at, or has moved from 9.4% down to 9.2%. Then at 9:30 a.m., hang on one second. There we go. That's better. Going into this next session, we have the pound releasing their consumer price index for December at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus on that is that it's dropped from 4.8% down to 4.2%, which would be good news for the pound. We also have the core consumer price index for December being released, showing a drop from 3.2% down to 3.0%. We also have the Eurozone Consumer Price Index for December being released at 5 a.m. Eastern. Consensus on that one's that it's held at 1.6%. We also have the German ZEW survey, economic sentiment for January being released at 5 a.m. Eastern, which will affect the euro. They're showing a positive move from a negative 53.8 up to a negative 49.2. Okay, now what am I looking for during this next session? Well, if you go to the U.S. Japanese yen pair and back out a little bit on the day time frame, you can see we've come to this area before, right here, and we're real close to it now. Basically, I'm looking for a break to the downside. Let me zoom back in. And here's the 67 mark. Now let me zoom in a little bit. Now, we have currently from the current opening price, we've got about a 14 pip move before this line's broken. I believe if we get a break to that to the downside, basically a break at the 76.60 mark, that we will see this push lower down to the 76.00 mark. I think we'll have a strong day like we did here. Or here, and we'll see it move to the downside. I'm going to put my stop loss right above, right here. So roughly 40 pips up, 45 pips up, looking to grab about 60. I hope that helps, and until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.